Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Beth, and if you're new, welcome. Today I'm making the perfect size little bucket for my vitamin bottles. I took a bowl that was the right size that I needed, and I just drew a line around that bowl using some heavy upholstery fabric. I wanted my little bag to be sturdy, just have some, not be too floppy. So I'm going to actually be doing 2 layers on the bottom and on the sides of some heavyweight fabric. Here I'm using an old pair of heavy pants. I did not have any heavy-duty interfacing, but that would also be a great thing to add to either the bottom or the sides of this little bag. I used my tape measure and carefully measured all the way around using that pin as my starting point and my ending point, and I have 25 inches, so I added a 1/2 inch to that 25. I want the sides of my bucket to be 25.5 inches. I have these old pieces of upholstery fabric that I'll be just cutting off those labels, and I'm going to join them together and get a long piece 25.5 inches long. I cut it 25.5 to allow for 1/2 inch for the seam that I will be adding. So these little buckets could be any size. You just need to measure around, add a 1/2 inch for the seam, and you'll have the right size for the sides of your bag. After getting my long piece of patched upholstery fabric together, I chose another piece just to make the sides of this bag a little more sturdy. So I cut another piece exactly the same size, and now I'm going to add some small handles to either side of the bag. I cut 2 chunks about 4.5 by 7 inches. I folded in 2 sides, just folded in about a 1/2 inch, and then I folded that whole piece in half I stitched down next to the fold, and I had one of my handles, so I made 2 of these for my little bag. I folded my long piece in half to figure out where I wanted my handles to go. I wanted them on either side of that round little bucket, and then I pinned them on either side before stitching them down. I just wanted to add a little stitching to hold them in place for when I put the inside and the outside of the sides of my bag together. I pressed that seam that I put in there, and then I pressed, after folding it right sides out, I pressed again before adding the side seams, just so I would give this fabric a little memory of where I wanted it to be, because I'm going to be adding a top stitch in just a minute. So here is that 1/4 inch seam that I added to my 25 inches. I put right sides together and I sewed that together. So now the sides of my bag are ready to attach to the bottom of my bag, or my bucket, whatever you want to call this little basket, fabric basket. Now I'm going to top stitch around the top. I pinned the bottom of my bag to the sides after I went back and realized I really need to attach those two bottom pieces so they don't shift around. So I just added 2 stitches, sort of an X across the bottom so that they would stay together. Sewed all the way around this little bucket bag on the inside. I put right sides together, and when I was done I turned it right side out. This is not reversible. The seam, you can see the seam on the inside. That just made it easier for me, and I put my little vitamin bottles in. They were a perfect fit, and I think this looks so much better than what I had going. So it cost me nothing. I had some leftover upholstery fabric and I love it. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.